So, the Sky World is continuing with level 15, which is, if I remember, I don't remember, Cloud Citadel, right?
Skyworld, as in
This one isn't
Kid Icarus Uprising Skyworld, as in Kid Icarus Uprising 2 when? Sorry.
this one isn't jumping into my mind, which yeah, this one isn't too annoying. This is just the level that introduces the wind tunnel mechanic, which is fine in this level but starts to get really fiddly later on. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Also
so
these rainbow things, which you would think are like something that would damage you at first. No, no, they don't damage you. What they are is things you bounce on.
Okay.
the wind tunnels are reminding me a lot of Rayman Origins Second World, where you, with the flight ability, you, like, normally it's just like a hover to extend your airtime, but in the areas where there are the wind tunnels, you basically get free flight.
Oh,
And
dang, that sends you really far back.
Yeah,
yeah.
it sends you all the way back, and that's the main thing about Cloud Citadel is, oh boy, yeah, you might not die much, but you're going to be set back a lot when you miss your jumps. And there are the bottomless pits here and there. I think like that comes later in the level though. If you see me like awkwardly pausing toward the end of this game, it's because I'm stopping and hitting the save state button. um,
And there's no time limit or anything, right?
No, there's no time limit, thank God. Like, you can be as careful and as slow as you want going through the platforming challenges, but the controls don't really lend themselves to slow movement, so yeah.
Well, there's only one run speed, I have to assume, right?
Yeah, it's all a D-pad game. It's just, at times you find yourself jittering and stopping and starting to see what's ahead of you because the camera isn't super good about that. So
Okay.
it winds up feeling like a decent Bubsy game in places, if that makes sense.
So what just happened there was like you had to do a jump and it was diagonal, sort of. Like it wasn't a straight left to right jump. Um, and I mean, granted, I think I've been on record during this playthrough saying I really like the more ambitious 3D style of this game, and I do. But at the same time, I think that you need to choose when to have the angles be, more side on and when to have them be more stylized very carefully, because if you don't, it can make some jumps in some games incredibly frustrating, because if you kind of angle it diagonally, it really screws with your depth perception and how far you have to hold right or not in order to
Okay,
make a certain jump.
so I was confused by that enemy when I first got to it. I thought that maybe I could jump into it and use it as a tornado to shoot yourself upward because there are tornadoes that you can do that with. You can sort of do that with those tornadoes, but they also have an enemy inside the tornado that has its own hitbox and damages you. So it's yes and no.
That's
And
confusing.
also it's really hard to control yourself when those ones shoot you out. Like,
No, Lewis, shoot back. There was a heart.
yeah, I know, and
It's too late now.
it's not gonna matter.
Oh, you're gonna die?
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
But then you'd have full life.
Anyway,
If you dive through a pit, it doesn't matter how much health you
the
have.
thing about upward air currents is that they factor in your momentum. So if you go into them already falling down, you're not going to get enough height. If you go into them from the side, chances are you're also not going to get enough height. You'll get more height that way, but not enough. You have to go into the tornado already moving upward, and that requires some really fiddly timing. You see, I didn't even move that time because of how awkwardly I hit that. Oh, damn it! D-pad
How often do
platforming.
you How often do you find yourself getting lost in this game, like
Oh
not
no.
knowing which direction you're supposed to
The
go?
other problem with this level is that when a platform is moving down and you jump off of it while it's moving down, it kills your upward momentum, like so bad.
Well, you're going too early a little bit there.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, well, I did. Like, I should have gotten more height than that, but because the platform was moving down, I jumped like an inch before. So, oh, damn it. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I'm Nikki. I have a double jump. So I don't need those flies to get the power up. So yeah, when you're on moving platforms like this, wait until it happened again. But wait until it's moving up before you jump. Otherwise, your jump is going to be gimped. And the problem with that, especially when you're playing as Nikki, well, this only really applies when you're playing as Nikki. The problem with gimped jump momentum is that I never really touched on this before, but Nikki's double jump isn't like a modern double jump where you can just double jump at any point during your jump. You have to do the double jump at the apex of your jump. And if your jump is gimped because you jumped when the platform was moving down, you're not going to be able to double jump and correct yourself. So, yeah. Ugh. I love this game, I swear. But I also kind of hate this game.
I feel like that kind of goes for a lot of people when you get to certain parts of games you really like, though. It's just like, oh yeah, I really like this game, I swear.
Well, I mean, like, even the most diehard Mario Sunshine apologist who loves the shit out of Mario Sunshine, they'll always sort of like stop and say, yeah, you know, this one part was awful, or 100%ing this game is a pain in the ass. So, oh damn it, I lost the power up, and then I went and landed right back in the same tornado because it's going back and forth so fast. Alright, let's go. Boom.
Shakalaka.
What is that from? Oh, god damn it!
Oh, it's from NBA Jam?
NBA Jam, yeah.
They put a line of stepping stone dragonflies up there, directly above the line of fire of your goddamn cannon. So of course, when you're flying blind, and you don't have the obstacles memorized, you're just gonna shoot directly upward, thinking, I'm just gonna shoot upward without moving left or right so that I can scope out what's up there and make a safe jump. No! The goddamn thing hits you. Every time. Ugh. Well, it's a good thing that sign was there, or I wouldn't have known that jumping down was the right thing to do. They do that a lot in these levels. Right.
Go up, go down, go up, go down. Which way do you want it, game?
Ugh. Now I'm remembering this level, because as you go, like, later into the level... Oh. The stupid homing fish missile thing hadn't started moving yet, so I couldn't shoot it.
It looked like it was stuck more than anything.
You can freeze the tornado.
Well, I mean...
yeah, Superman can do it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'm Superman 64.
Oh. Oh, I forgot he did that. I thought he just used, like, his ice breath to alter the temperature of the air to make the tornado go away.
Not in 64, he doesn't.
Oh. Like,
there he just freezes it.
Like, I mean, it would make perfect sense for Superman to use his breath power. Oh, god damn it, it's the teleporter maze.
Oh, boy!
It would make perfect sense for Superman to use his breath power, just like the sheer force of it, to disrupt a tornado. That's...
Which he has done multiple times at other points, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't freeze.
Oh, I wasn't even inside that one. Okay.
Physical.
Whatever. If it leads to the end, who cares?
The hitboxes of these teleporters are a bit wonky. Sometimes they trigger when you land on top of them or beneath them. It's strange. And well, that can be a problem because sometimes there are multiple teleporters and you're trying to explore the level. And you didn't want to go inside a certain one, but it triggered it anyway, so... Ah, there's the teleporter.
Yeah, you did.
Ah, we're here. It's done.
We did it.
Yeah.
Ludic Vanilla.
Level 16 of Freet's Palace.
Ludic Vanilla, that's my favorite brand of ice cream.
This is the one with heart container number 7 in it. So... Fortunately, it's a pretty easy heart container to get. It's just like right at the end of the level. The trick is that the way to get up there isn't super obvious, and if you don't know what's up there, you're not going to know to look for a way to get up there. So, yeah, it's more of an exploration thing. But oh no, the wind tunnel just decided to get stupid. Because now we're in an actual wind tunnel, and we need to follow the wind to get up to the platform, up to the upper right. But like the air on the bottom is blowing hard to the left. The air on top is blowing hard to the right. But you need to get yourself up there in such a way that the air on top blows you onto the platform you need. But it's a really tricky angle to make. And you keep hitting the ceiling and your momentum breaks, and we're going to be here for a little while because this is not a good piece of level design for the physics that they had designed for this game.
Tangents. Who's got tangents?
Tangents, get your tangents here.
Like, the wind tunnel loops around on the top.
Sounds easier to do it that way, honestly, than what you were trying earlier.
Except it doesn't work. It doesn't blow you through the loop at all. And you can't run along the wall either. As much as this wants to be a Sonic the Hedgehog game in places, it's not one. I wish you could run along the ceiling. That would have been cool.
Do the clouds kill your double jump?
No, but you can only double jump once per jump, and I don't think the clouds reset your jump.
No, from what I saw in earlier levels, every time you bounced on a cloud, you got a new double jump.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
I think then it's just the...
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. We made it. I think I might have save stated there just to avoid dealing with that again. I think, like, in narrow spaces and weird narrow jumps, sometimes you just might not get the jump height you need to even be able to double jump. And oh god, here's what we need to do: a key grabbing, a key hunt with looping wind tunnels.
Oh,
You missed it.
Yeah, so you need to go all the way back around. Fuck this stage so hard. Got it. Oh,
Yay.
but wait, that's not all. There's another key.
But wait, there's more.
The key that we just got just makes another key appear, and you need to grab that key to open the way. Do you know where the other key is? Over here.
Back where we started.
At the bottom of that upward wind tunnel, right above the spikes. So you need to hit the wind tunnel hard and fast enough from the side or from above to land on the key, but then you're inevitably going to get blasted up here and have to go through the loop again. The loop, of course, is perfectly positioned to shoot you directly into the exit if it's open.
Well, that's something at least. Nothing's more annoying than trying to get to the area you're supposed to be going, but the game won't let you because of currents.
Now, they have more of the annoying homing fish missiles in this area, but thankfully those tornadoes there are positioned so that you're generally above the fish this time as they chase you, which basically means you might kill most of them by accident, but oh no, it's a looping wind tunnel where we're bouncing on clouds in a circle, and we need to get 3 keys. This level. Why?
I guess they just thought that bouncing around in the wind is fun enough. Like, I mean, I can understand why going at a faster pace than normal might be they might have thought it was fun. But I suppose generally that it asks for a lot of dexterity. You might not. A little bit too much dexterity, maybe.
It is generally exhilarating. I will give them that, but you have so little control. You'd have even less control if you were Fargus. I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have the double jump, I wouldn't have a prayer of getting this key. Well, I would have a prayer, but a prayer is about all I would have. Like, I got it without the double jump there, but that was an accident. I didn't do that on purpose. Oh.
And somehow you wind up here.
And then the last challenge of that room is figuring out what the key actually does. It opens a door in the background on the bottom layer, but it's behind other clouds, so you might not see it. Anyway, since we've gone through a different section, I think we did trigger a checkpoint, which is good because I'm probably going to die soon. And oh look, now we're Sonic the Hedgehog. It's the...
Oh, spring. Bounce pad.
Yep. Oh, damn it. I hate it when there are, like, marching enemies on these twisty upward slopes, because they're both really hard to see and a little fiddly to jump over. Oh, damn it. I don't want to go that way. Okay. Up and over the rooftops. I thought that was something I could land on, but then I realized,
Oops.
like, on my way down, oh no, it's shooting those rainbow bouncy things out.
This was a bad idea.
Yeah. So that was me brain farting. I was a bit tired when I got around to recording the last couple levels.
As you tend to be at the end of a recording session.
Yes. Ugh. But like, so many bouncy things and wind tunnels shooting you upward. And oh no, you did not. Okay, here's the thing. They give you an invincibility thing, so your immediate instinct is to try and power on through. But even if you're invincible, like, you can destroy those bombs without taking damage if you're invincible, but they would still knock you back. They're one of the... They're like...
That sounds really annoying.
They're one of the only things in the game that will still knock you back if you're invincible. Most things in the game that you would destroy with the invincibility power-up, you can just power on through, but not these bombs. The invincibility power-up is a trap. The invincibility power-up is a trap. What you actually want to use for that section is the projectile power-up right next to the invincibility power-up. You want to use that to destroy as many of the missiles as you can to clear a path so that you can get across, but that in itself is difficult because you're bouncing up and down on clouds that are moving left and right, so you need to keep the cloud underneath you, but you also need to watch the timing of your projectile, and you don't want to go underneath it because underneath it is this fucking tornado here that shoots you up and damages you, and fuck that shit. And unfortunately, different projectile power-ups have different ranges. Oh, damn it. I got a little overzealous about trying to destroy the bottom missile, and I forgot to keep the cloud underneath me. Also, the idea of a bouncy cloud amuses the hell out of me. And I know this isn't the only game that's done it, but clouds don't bounce. They're made of water.
Yeah, but
They're also really heavy.
they're heavy? Really? Well, I mean, I guess if they're that big and also have water in them, then they would be heavy, now that I'm thinking about it. Because water's freaking heavy, man. Like, if you've ever had to carry, like, a caseload of bottled water or
Okay,
something,
those women who, in all, like, old-timey, like, movies and stuff, who carry big-ass jugs of well water on their head, they're badass, man, okay? They could probably join the Marines. It's that... water is that heavy. The only thing that I can think of that's heavier is probably a box of books.
Well, paper,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, because it's
wood.
It's made of wood.
It's wood without all the hollows. So, yeah. Ugh. Anyway, this time I'm gonna make it. Yes.
And then a fist comes out of nowhere and punches you.
Ah!
It wasn't a fist, but close enough.
This is a good time to talk about, like, the one disadvantage to playing as Nikki that Ryuzit's had more often in these later levels than in the earlier ones, but it's a pretty basic thing because you have a double jump as your main power, but you also have this mechanic where you need to hold the jump button in order to get bounce height on bouncy things. what winds up happening a lot of the time is that you don't premeditate your bounce, so you have to push the jump button again in midair. And if you happen to push it at the apex of your jump, well, you trigger the double jump, and that can mess with your timing in a really bad way.
The issue I always have whenever I play a double jump platformer is I become too reliant on it.
Yeah.
And it ends up being a crutch for if I'm playing any other game where there is no double jump.
Well,
and then
Nitro Rad in some of his videos on platformers made an interesting point that I kind of agree with, and that's a lot of like not so great platformers include the double jump and sort of rely on it to give their players a sense of control rather than good level design and just generally good movesets. Are you telling me this isn't the way I'm supposed to go, or did I grab a key or something?
It's telling you to go to the left, so go to the left.
What examples did he use in that video? Things like that.
A bunch of other games that he'd reviewed, I think, so I wouldn't be able to tell you how applicable they are. But basically, his idea was like games like Super Mario 64, instead of giving you double jumps, gave you a bunch of different kinds of jumps that you could use to maneuver more efficiently. But then you have games that give you double jumps, and it's good for exploration, but the
level design doesn't quite make up for it in some ways.
Yeah, the pure obstacle course maneuvering that you do tends to be not quite so good. And he says like games that don't have a double jump tend to be showing more faith in their own obstacle design than games that have one, just as a general rule of thumb anyway. He doesn't give off the feeling that he hates double jumps, just that he sees more games with double jumps that aren't as good at level design and general maneuverability. And yeah, thinking about it, I kind of agree with him. But this isn't a game that's reliant on a double jump, so it's only so applicable here. I mean, this is a game where it's designed to be beatable as Fargus, who has no double jump. And anyway, yeah, you see the heart container way up top?
Oh.
And there's just one nook in the corner where you can drop down. And you need to drop down in order to enter the wind tunnel from the side and gain enough height to make it to the heart container. But the real danger here is landing on the bombs on your way down. But if you
jump on the bomb, does that not kill it?
It does damage. It does destroy the bomb, but it also does damage to you. The only way
at this point, I'd just I'd just take the damage and kill the bombs.
Well,
that's just me.
Does the heart container refill your hearts?
No, it doesn't. I have no lives, so I need every heart. You see, I've got 0.
I was gonna say if the heart container refilled your hearts, then I'd say just take the damage, blow them up, have a clear shot, and then just get the heart container.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it doesn't refill your hearts, and neither does ending the level. So I have 0 lives. I need to get more lives. And I refuse to go back and play earlier levels to grind lives. So we're going to see how I deal with this conundrum in the next part. Spoilers, it doesn't end well.